Hope you're all well. Just a real quick update from me. Haven't done one in a little while. Two parts really. First part is to show you what I've been painting, and secondly a somewhat failed game we tried to play. I needed some extra Numidians for my Carthaginian army, so I painted a couple of units, a couple of groups of foot for the contingents. But then I thought, why not paint a Numidian army? So here it is. Basically, here's the two units of foot that I've painted. Yeah, they come out okay, not too bad. In reality, for the Numidians, I probably only need 12 of these for a unit of levy. I'll get onto that in another video. I had some challenges with the painting of the skin. Obviously, they're not European Caucasian, but they're not full black Africans. They're in betweeny. So what I did was I used the Foundry Triad shade as a base, and then I used the contrast paint Dark Oak Flesh over the top of that, and then thereafter I used a matte varnish, spray varnish to dull them down, and it seems to work okay. So here's a unit of 8 mounted warriors, gore cutter fur I used, and here's another 8 I've used, and I tried to mix the colours up with some greys and browns and tans, and these have all come out okay, not too bad. I'm working on a third unit now, and then I've got the 2 elephants after that to come. Here's what I've done so far. They're all Victrix, obviously, which are cheap, and the mouldings are good, but I'm having some challenges constructing them a little bit, and I find them very delicate as well, which I'll come onto in a minute. Yeah, they tend to snap on the hands. Maybe it's the way I'm taking them off, I don't know. But I've now, this is one I'm going to have to do, and I've already done 3 where I've had to chop hands off and put new hands on. And also I find them very delicate around the legs, and I've had one break there where I've had to pin into the base. Spoiler alert, there's a game coming up here, but it's not too long. Alex and I tried to play a game. Initially it was going to be over Zoom. I encouraged him to come to my back garden, and there was a 10% chance of rain. We thought, well, we'll get away with this. And Wayne and I had a really good game the week before, so I was keen to play him. Okay, so here's Alex's 6 points of Romans. He was playing Romans. Obviously, our intent was to play without ruses, and here's my 6 points of Gauls. You can see the breakdown of the units. Okay, and you can see how we deployed the maps. I won't go into the scenario because there's very little point. But yeah, I was keen to play, and there we go. It wasn't to happen, but if you watch the video, at least you see how he deployed, and you can get a suggestion of what was going to happen, and you can see the armies and the map. But never mind, not to be, and I will get my revenge another day. Morning, Alex. Alex, good morning. Welcome everybody to my channel, and today we've got another game of Saga. Again, I'm playing in the garden against Alex. He's come over today, COVID aware, albeit next week hopefully things will change. As you can see from the scenario, albeit I was the first player, Alex goes first, but he wasn't cursed like Wayne is with just the minimal 3 dice. He's still got 8. However, forced march is a special rule, and for the first 2 turns we have to move as your opponent's using fatigue, so effectively everybody's moving at S. And also because Alex is the first player, he can't activate a unit more than once anyway in the first turn, so these first 2 turns are probably going to be a little bit pedestrian, but there we go. Let's see what happens, shall we? So Alex, over to you, my friend. What are you going to do?
Well, I'll do that first thing. So this unit's going to do S. which has reduced me down to S.
Yeah.
And that one will as well. And then I'll do another further S.
So this is with Queen Clucks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you actually just in the terrain lap.
They are.
Wow, aggressive.
I'm going to move a warrior unit. Another warrior unit. Then he's going to...
Well, I should point out that Alex is using his warlord. He's actually a consul, so he can actually activate 2 units with We Obey, albeit he fights at a lesser amount. So
they're both going to move forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this warrior unit.
That's yes.
Another warrior unit.
Little dice generators at the back. Look. So these 2 are the Heartland Guard, and these are the warriors at the back. And you've got your determination.
A warlord will move forward. He can only do S as well.
Yep.
That's his own activation. That's it.
Okay, so it's my turn, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 dice. So I've rolled. Oh, my lord, Alex. Should I apologise?
You're off already, are you?
Yeah, I've got 3 rares.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
3 rares, 2 uncommons, and 2 commons. Let me have a think. Okay, so it's my turn 1 in response to Alex's. We did forget to put 2 fatigue on both his units here because they ended up in the marsh. And secondly, I re-rolled one of my rares and got a common and a uncommon. So dice are placed, as you can see. Kind of limited by the fact I can only move S, which is all pain in the bum. So first things first, my warlord is going to tell my levy to shoot. They're going to shoot at these guys here. So I get 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your guys are warriors. They have an armor of 4. I go first. I want to pimp it at all. And I have nothing to pimp it with, so it's a question of whether you use your defense dice to...
Yeah, I'm going to use a scooter.
Scooter.
Actually, the first casualty suffered during the shoot attack.
Okay. I have nothing extra to add, so I pass.
And I shall gain a defense dice as well.
Alex. Right.
Don't worry about it yet.
Okay, so I need 4s. I hit you 3 times. So you've got 3 to save. You can roll them in there.
Defense dice.
Yeah,
well.
and you. Ooh,
So,
save 2.
And I, of course, cancel the first hit anyway.
So it's nothing.
So nothing.
Nothing. I'm going to use my levy activation, and I'm going to shoot again, same target. I get fatigue after a shot.
I'm going to use 2 defense dice.
Okay, so 4's needed. Hit twice. I killed one.
You did.
You are. My warlord is going to move that way. I'm going to move with my warrior activation, move these sideways to here for 1. I've got another warrior activation. Move them this way. Second time, so take a second fatigue. I'm going to do a maneuver over here, which isn't much.
Can you?
Oh God, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're kidding me. I'm cooked. I have nothing else. So it's your turn. So if you want to roll your 8 dice, you want to roll them in?
Oh, handy. I'm using the wrong dice. You do realise this?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to explain it?
Yeah. So Alex doesn't have the Roman dice, so he's using his.
So I've got 1 rare, 2 uncommon, 5 common.
Yeah. Okay. And then it started to rain, and we had to rush to get all the figures in, get my computer in, the cameras in, and it was a complete nightmare. No damage, but really frustrating, and I should have listened to Alex and played the game over Zoom as he did suggest. Anyway, there we go. Hope you're all well. Take care. And now with COVID easing, we're going to get lots more face-to-face games. In fact, I've got a game next 4 weeks in Reading. I've got 4 games coming up of Saga, hopefully. So I shall upload those, and there'll be plenty more coming. Anyway, cheers and take care.